From the art of the deal to keeping it real. Live from the Simply Vegas studios, it's The Power Move with John Gafford.
Back again. You know what? This is like episode 43. We had a guest scheduled for today. They had to reschedule, which is fine. It happens sometimes. So I'm thinking to myself, what can we do? Because when we have a guest, I like to be prepared. Well, first of all, if it's your first time joining us, my name is John Gafford. I'm your host. Next to me is Colt, the Bulgarian mongoose, Amidan. How are you, Colt?
Doing well. Thank you.
And as always,
thing or no?
The council. I just pulled that out. Yeah, I just pulled that out too. I pretty much just added. I've seen a place in a random thing generator for your nickname.
Yeah, ever seen a family?
The Bulgarian mongoose. Yeah, the Bulgarian mongoose. I like it. It's a strong move.
It's
a strong move. Yeah, there you go.
Impervious to
And
venom.
Chris, the counselor. How are you, sir?
How are you guys?
Good to see you. So again, I like to be prepared when we do this. I like to have as much stuff as I can, and we'll do our standard current events because I'm sure there was a couple things happened over the weekend.
Nothing has happened.
Maybe we can chat about, and then here's what we're gonna do for today's show. Today is gonna be a winding journey, a dark journey. Let me see if I have the right sound effect. Not wrong one. We're going to take wrong one. We're going to take a winding road, a long trip, Connell, into the mind of Colt.
Wow.
Of me?
Of you, yes. So today, literally, we're just going to have, you always say you could do this. You always say that it should be the power move with Colt Amidan.
Yeah.
So
3 minutes.
So
I got
today,
3-minute episodes.
Yeah. So today we're going to see what you got. We're going to take a journey into the Colt of the mind of Colt. And notice this is normally
gave me some.
This is normally the portion of the episode where I would talk about what we're really going to talk about. But let's face it, at this point, it could be anything. So I have no idea.
Did you bring the coins you need to cross the river Styx? Like,
yes, pay the ferryman.
Pay the ferryman through the river Styx. Like,
yes.
Was it Hercules? Or?
Yeah, we're going deep. We're going all in. But first of all, let's probably the saddest news in rock for a long time that I've seen, man, is Taylor Hawkins.
Oh, I thought you were going to say BTS sold out.
Yeah. No, not BTS sold out. Taylor Hawkins passing away, dude. Legend, man, legend. And it's funny how people don't really get their due for how good they are until they're gone. And as I've been playing drums since I was a kid, since I was 7, and I can tell you, Taylor Hawkins, always one of my favorite drummers. When I would play with my little, when I play with the guys that I would play with when we were playing music together, always the Foo Fighters songs we played were always my favorite.
Yeah,
because they were like the hardest hitting songs.
Ever Long was a song my band plays, and that drum whole
so much fun.
Layout is a lot more difficult than I think people realize.
Yeah, Everlong. We would play 2 songs by then. We'd play Everlong and Times Like These, and both of them not necessarily the easiest things to do because the times change and there's a couple. It's kind of intricate, but again, funnest song. So I was horrible to see that happen.
OD.
Yeah, it came out.
Well, he came out. He had a bunch of stuff in the system. A silver lining, though, John. Personally, to you, you did tell a story here a couple months ago about how you took the boy.
Yeah, I did
go see them, and I mean, think of all the legends you never got to see.
Yeah, no.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, the fact that he got to see them was great. It came out today. I don't know if you saw this. They canceled all their shows. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever see that band play again. Just because, for several reasons. Number one, I think that, when you saw interviews, as much as Pat Smear is that band, and the other guys of the band, every interview I ever saw with Foo Fighters was Dave and Taylor. It was like Beavis and Butthead. It was those 2 guys for 20 years. It's been those guys. And I just don't know, if Dave Grohl has it in him to continue that band without Taylor.
Think of the friends that guy's lost.
Dude, I mean,
just moment of silence for Dave Grohl.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, you saw all the people that came out. The most interesting thing I saw that I came out from this is you never really realize who hangs out with who and who's good friends with who or whatever it is, right? Perry Farrell yesterday, him and his wife were just crushed. And he's like, Taylor was my best friend. I mean, a lot of people said, I knew him, I met him, he was a great drummer, we played music, he was an inspiration. But Perry Farrell's like, dude, that was my best friend. And who would have thought that? And gave a heartfelt, statement about him, and was showing some video of them hanging out and everything. And it was just, and played actually what potentially it was a voicemail they got from him the night he died.
Wow.
Like before he went to bed. And it was nuts, and just, it was crazy. So again, dude,
You want me to try to blow your mind on air?
no, go ahead.
Who was the best friend? What was the name of the guy you said?
Perry Farrell.
Do you think that's his real name?
No, I do not.
Say that name very quickly.
Perry Farrell. Peripheral. Yeah. That's the point.
That was his, like, when he was all screwed up on drugs.
Yeah.
He got this thing. I read a book. It was talking about Perry Farrell back in the day. It's like, man, it's like seeing from the sides. Like, I'm peripheral. He started calling himself Perry Farrell.
Perry Farrell.
Just
Random fact.
little fact of the day.
Random fact of the day.
Trying to lighten it up a little bit.
No, random fact of the day. It's not going to be a hold down. I mean, again, I have an idea, and I want to know what you guys think about this. This is what I think about this. I think anybody caught with enough to be considered distribution of any substance that has fentanyl in it should go for attempted murder. That's my personal belief. I think if you're caught with that substance, because here's my point. Here's my point. You ready? If I shoot a gun, right, at you,
You're responsible
and I
for the bullet,
completely miss you, I'm responsible for the bullet, and yet it's attempted murder because I shot a bullet. Anybody that is slinging a substance or substances that may have fentanyl in them better damn sure know that you could, with a small amount of that, you could absolutely kill somebody. So my thought is this. Number one, make fentanyl testing kits, whatever they are, free from the U.S. government, as many places as you can put them for free distribution. Come get them, whatever. I mean, put them everywhere. There's no reason that anybody should ever take anything unknowingly with fentanyl in it.
Huge can of worms you just opened up, and I 100% agree with you. I think that American drug policy is highly regressive, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these people in prison, we don't look at drugs in a very progressive way. We like to pretend that people don't get high, or that people don't get turned on to legal drugs and then have to find the cheaper street ones, right?
Yeah.
We don't view people as having medical issues when they have drug issues,
Yeah.
right? So we criminalize people at the border, which creates a black market. And in that black market, these companies don't care. And a lot of times this fentanyl is Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So it comes over in these barrels. It's cheap to make. It's
What's
nothing.
the new thing they're making in Mexico?
Right. And so it kicks up, right? So you can step on your shit so much more and get more profit. So there's a profit-laden industry. You want to blame anybody, it's American drug policy. And I'm not shitting on America.
I understand. See, here we go.
But our drug wars.
You're going to let him talk about America like
about
that?
9/11 again?
There's a step in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if you legalize drugs, or you decriminalize them and treat them as a medical issue, right? You eliminate all of that incentive for all these drug wars, all these people in Mexico who die on our borders, right? All the drug crimes, all the cartels, they're all fueled by our high-priced black market drugs.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's a good point, but I think,
and so
I don't think we're ever going to have legalized drugs in this country. I just don't think it's ever going to be that progressive.
Decriminalized.
I don't think we're going to have that. But also the point being is, I think they should make the fentanyl testing kits available, because fentanyl is the problem right now. It is what it's killing. I mean, just people every day, and it's always the same thing.
I lost a friend.
I had Mexican Xanax or something. I had no idea it had fentanyl in it. I just thought, whatever it is. So I think literally you should have those testing kits everywhere to make it, so nobody can ever have plausible. I didn't know. I just bought it for this guy. He told me it was clean, and I was trying to sell it. No, dude. There's test kits for free everywhere. If you've got it and you're trying to sell legal drugs and they have fentanyl on them, it's attempted murder and you're gone. I don't think you can look at it either way.
Here's the other problem, though. A lot of people that are muling these drugs aren't the people who are supplying them, right? When you watch these things, people that are muling drugs, oftentimes their families are being held at gunpoint back in their home country, right? If you don't get these drugs across, will kill your family.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the guy that's on TikTok. That's on TikTok advertising, I'll deliver drugs to your house. That guy. That guy needs to go down for attempted murder.
Missing out.
No, I'm sorry, not TikTok, but Snapchat or whatever it is, where they have literally like these drug menus go out on random text, unsolicited to everybody.
Black market. That was all that. That's what Bitcoin was made for. Was
but I'm saying
people on the internet.
I agree, but those people need to go
I've
down.
never even seen those people.
I haven't either, but whatever. All right, so moving on from that.
Fentanyl's bad. You're right.
Fentanyl's bad.
Those
Moving on.
people,
No more fentanyl. Those people. Colt's like those people.
Those people.
You're going to get control soon enough, Colt. You'll get control here.
I don't know if I'm ready for it, guys.
I think
you are. Crazy day. I wasn't mentally prepared for this.
Right.
I was expecting you guys to carry me through this one.
Can we talk about, and everybody's talking about Will Smith, obviously, and what he's done. Can we can we get him an intervention? Not so much about what happened, but get away from that woman you're married to. Because if you watch that back, dude, it's like Chris Rock told the joke and he was laughing and she was pissed. And then you cut back to Chris Rock and there's a solid 8 seconds there where you don't really see what happened, which is probably just long enough for her to lean over and say, "You gonna let him talk to me like that?" And she has got him so spun. I mean, if you've seen, the complete demasculation, the complete humiliation, she owns that dude. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get it.
So,
Tupac,
you not think that that's his fault?
I do. But so he needs an intervention, right? Bro. Okay, like you never dated somebody that was awful for you in the past. You never dated somebody that was cryptically terrible.
Oh, I've dated some terrible people, sure.
Yeah.
But did they control me? No.
I think it's almost like Stockholm syndrome, man.
Maybe he likes it.
I don't know, dude. He's
again.
damaged.
I don't basically conjecture other people's relationships.
But that whole thing, and if you look,
he has skirted a lot of personal responsibility for that.
I get it, but you look at what he said. When he went on stage and he was all crying and bawling, he's like,
baby.
Well, he's like, no, he's like, I'm having a real time dealing with what people expect me to do. I think he was talking about her,
bro. Talk about a 10 out of 10 finale to that speech.
Well, I don't even remember what it was. I was just so.
Somebody else had commented on it. I'm like, that's the number one thing I took away from it. At the end of it, aces, absolute aces way to end any conversation, ever, argument ever.
What do you say?
I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, that's it. Because that's.
Yeah. What are you supposed to say to that guy? Well, you should be better. He's like, I know I said that.
I said that.
What are you going to do to somebody that says, hey,
I said that.
Hey, Colt, I'm a work in progress, buddy.
Well, Bill Maher came out today and spoke. And
what did Bill Maher say?
He said two great things. First off, he said that was exactly what's going on in the world. It was, wait, I should be offended. Now let me go overreact.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's exactly what happened. It was like you see on the Twitterverse. You see, that's funny. Wait, no, I think I should be offended. Yep, I should be offended. Let me go overreact, right? Then he said he was talking at the Vanity Fair or someone that a very, very well-known African-American in the Hollywood scene just said Chris Rock handled that perfectly.
Oh, my God.
He had the whole race on his shoulders. And I watched another guy, the guy on Today Show, I just had the TV on, and he kind of reiterated the same thing, right? Like, thank God Chris Rock didn't react for the African-American male community.
But let's face it. You're Chris Rock. You're laying in bed at midnight. How many things that are hilarious are going through your head that you wish you would have said immediately after that?
I have the most amount of sympathy for Chris Rock.
Oh, dude, totally. But can you imagine if you'd been like, damn, bro, I'm not banging her? It would have been.
Keep your wife name out of my mouth. Yeah. Be like, unlike that dude.
Like that dude.
Your kid's son, right? Like, what a piece of shit. Like, I could go on a tangent.
But think about what Chris Rock really did there.
Oh, he didn't press charges.
No, he didn't.
Jim Carrey was on saying something, going, "I'd sue him for $200 million." What he did was absolutely inexcusable.
Yeah,
he goes, and that's going to live on forever.
What's every comedian's
Chris Rock's
worst nightmare?
Well, to be slapped for a joke, right?
Yeah,
there's kind of two ways to rub that, though. You're right, Colt. Look at something, laugh, be offended, overreact. But also, we do live in a day and age where not enough people get smacked for what comes out of their mouth on the keyboard.
Oh, I love
kind
that.
of a weird, and I'm not saying I don't condone it, but it is interesting to see.
If he would have gone at him hard, right?
But here's the thing. It's like, can you imagine if Don Rickles would have said that? Which he would have said way worse. Do you think he's going to go up and smack Don Rickles? I mean, dude, for as long as there have been celebrity, and as long as Don Rickles has been alive,
it's a roast.
it's part of what goes in, and those jokes are not hateful. I don't think Chris Rock was being hateful to her. I think he was. I think it was the fact that if Chris Rock made a joke about me, I'd be like, oh my god, Chris Rock,
dude, think about how
Chris Rock
that was such low hanging fruit.
just
dude.
made a joke. Well, hang on.
There's one bald woman joke you could even make.
Yeah, hang
the
on.
G.I. Jane.
Well,
joke.
no. See, I'm going to challenge that philosophy because now, all right, if I don't know if there's such a thing, but I hope that there's some sort of fraternal order of comedians, the FOC, let's call it.
That they go.
And they are having a meeting right now saying, okay, it's all in agreement, motion 425, that every single set of every single comedian from here forward to the end of time shall contain at least one Jada Pinkett Smith joke, which I think would be due process for that crime, and I think that would be a fitting punishment. Every single set.
If it was somebody
every
else
single
up
comedian.
there, he wouldn't have gone up and slapped
Every
him.
comedian.
You know what their greatest punishment would be?
What's that?
That we never mention them ever again.
That's a good point. Yeah. But it's not. That's not
They should have kicked their
The longer
ass
you
out
stay
of
relevant, the more, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say as long as they're talking about you.
I know. It doesn't matter what they're talking. Doesn't matter talking about. You know.
I can't stand him.
So Colt, that's current events, man. What are we talking about today? The floor is yours, my man. What are we going to talk about?
What's been on your mind lately?
What's been on my mind? Like, you know what? Fuck, I thought I hated Tom Hanks really bad. No. Fuck Will Smith. I cannot stand
We have
this
a new
guy.
contender.
You know what? I never really thought about it because I don't like him at all. So he's just been off of my mind. But this guy is a horrible actor. Ollie, really? You thought I did not think you're Ollie one bit during that movie.
No.
You're horrible.
Pursuit of Happiness?
Pursuit of Happiness. I know he's rich. No, horrible. He's a horrible actor. I don't like Will Smith. Jada Pinkett should have
So
stayed
wait. So you're saying that no rich actor can ever play a poor person because in real life you know they're rich?
That's
that doesn't
cultural
work?
appropriation.
You know what it is?
It's wealth appropriation.
Okay,
No.
I don't know the guy's name. You know Peter from the I don't even want to say because I'll probably say the wrong thing. The guy from Games of Thrones, Peter
Dinklage.
Dinklage.
He did an interview once and said, "You'll never see me on social media. You'll never see me do interviews. Nothing, because I don't want people to know who I am. Because then they can't visual me as an actor." Will Smith is out there too goddamn much. All I see is he's a douchebag. Look, he had to leave Philadelphia because he almost got beat up by the gangs.
I mean, it's not his first rodeo.
And then to have the nerve to slap Chris Rock, come on, the guy's like 5'8". Tom Hanks and Will Smith can go live on an island together.
You know one of the funniest memes?
Hell out of here.
One of the funniest memes of all this came out. It's got The Rock saying it and Will Smith going, "Very funny joke, Mr. Rock."
That's a funny joke, sir.
If Chris
I
Rock,
like that joke.
if it was The Rock, he would not have done anything. What a pansy. And Chris Rock, take this, learn from it. You have to assume the worst in life.
Okay.
You have to assume when someone's looking pissed off walking towards you, get ready to duck. I would have ducked and punched him in his throat. Will Smith would have been down.
I mean, Chris Rock had no reason not to think he was coming to give him like a hug, like, you son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not expecting
Or acting like he's going to punch him.
open hand
Guess what?
slap. Or, yeah, like ruffle his hand or
Now-
something.
Is there anything worse you can do to another man than the open
I
hand
love
slap?
it. I think it's. I've gone to that well.
Is that just?
personally?
Is that well? There's the open hand slap, and then there's the mom slap, where you catch like left eyebrow down to right lip, just right across the face. You catch like left eyebrow down to right lower lip, smack, get the whole face.
I smacked a guy so hard one time that the whole like gym stopped playing basketball.
Yeah.
Guy on my basketball team was elbowing me, kept hitting me. I said, "Don't you ever fucking touch me again? Like you're playing dirty and you're trying to hurt me. If you ever do that again, I'm gonna fucking end you." And he said, "Shut up and play the game."
Just slapped him in the
And
face.
You didn't shut up
from
then,
the
huh?
bottom of my hip, slapped this man so hard I saw his soul start to leave a bit.
Shadow
and he
realm.
was shadow rousing.
Shadow
And he just stared at me, and then all of a sudden a tear came down his eye. Just the fear. It was just sort of like I've
the
never
shock that happened.
been hit like that. I
People
didn't even know
should
what to
get
do.
hit. I will say that. Not a comedian, right?
No,
not somebody
I'm
at
totally
the
kidding.
Oscars.
Yeah.
Nobody should be slapped for what
No,
they say.
no,
But
absolutely.
Violence is not the answer.
Yes,
There's some
yes,
people on the
there
internet,
are
though.
a lot of people that should be slapped.
sometimes people should.
A
Maybe.
lot of people should be slapped. I will. You might joke about that. I'm 100%.
No, there's
serious.
a Bill Burr bit where he goes
ton.
on about that. He goes, "Really? There's never a time to hit a woman?" He goes,
Oh, I saw
He
that.
goes, "What if she's drowning your kids? She's got 2 of them down already, and the third one's going in the water. Never."
He's funny. Nah, but yeah, we don't hit girls, but I'd hit
Nobody
Will
hits
Smith.
girls. Don't hit girls.
Will Smith, God, he just thinks he's so cool.
I don't think he's cool.
He thinks he is,
him.
and his wife's over there cheating on not just some random kid, on some kid that's 20 years old, friend of the daughter or son, whatever. I mean, God, man, have some balls and go after that kid.
Why would you go after that kid? That's his wife's problem.
Well, sure. What? Okay, so why are you going after Chris Rock? It's wife's problem. And you should have taken that.
Counselor. I think Colt just painted you into a corner.
He should have gone back and said, you know what, my wife's got a disease and she's offended by that. Apologize. If you don't apologize, then maybe I'll slap you.
No, but that's right. Then you give him an opportunity to be like, that's a medical condition, right?
Right.
So then we can get the famous, the John Gafford. Oh no, I didn't know. Your grandma was so important to you.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that what we're going on?
Okay.
I'm out of this discussion. I yet to return a text on this.
All right. Well, Cole, I don't know if you're aware of what happened here. So at the risk of being
you can Cole's notes.
We'll get Cole's notes on this. So we had a situation where it was in a text chain. I don't remember how it happened.
He's sweating.
But Chris was actively.
John, you don't need to apologize.
But no, this was Machiavellian genius, and it was.
Chris right there.
And that's what we're talking about today: how to deal with Machiavellian geniuses, right? Because you're going to encounter them at some point in your life. So on a text chain I don't remember who was on it. I don't know how this came up, but essentially, Chris's grandmother may have gotten wrapped up very similar to a joke like the Aristocrats. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I'm not going to get into the exact specifics of how it was going, but it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where we were giggling like school children as we were doing this. Now, Chris was involved in this text chain. He saw this text chain. He was commenting. So I made a terrible choice, a terrible choice, which was try to move said conversation about Chris's Nana over to another text chain that he is on with several of our other guy friends. At which point, Chris immediately
victim,
like he had no clue what I was talking about.
I was like, "What is going on?"
To the point where people were like, "Is John okay? Is he like what's going on with him? Okay? This is really good. This is really creepy.
What's going on with him, man?
Yeah."
He's probably going through some things.
Yeah, it was.
People are about to get in their cars, drive to your house. It was bad.
It was Machiavellian genius, and I'm texting my side like, "Oh, you're such a dick that you're doing this to me." But I mean, at this point, you're faced with a choice. I think you're faced with a choice, which is you can backpedal. And you can try to, you can try to explain this, or you can do what I did and just stay all in and get worse and worse and worse, which is what essentially.
The
I think that's the best thing to do.
Creating the meme of the guy who's sweating, going, John has two choices: take the bait for the trap I just laid you, or exercise your own free will and not say a thing. And John's like,
no. Bam.
Oh, no.
I have no free will.
Oh, I know. There was because
I think you always have to double down.
I mean,
is there ever a time in life you just don't double down?
No. Because not only
I made it existential.
Hang on a second. Not only was he like acting all incredulous, like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" He's baiting me, like just saying things,
sending separate memes,
like
off.
Literally just hanging, like yelling from the mound. "I'm gonna hang this curveball!" Like here it comes,
miles, down the middle.
Here it comes, right down the middle. And I was just, I smoked every. No, I didn't care. I smoked every pitch.
Well, I had to also make it philosophical and existential. Be like, or exercise your free will.
I'm not doing that.
John's just like, I never was the first person to claim I had free will.
No, I'm all
Do you
in.
know who doesn't? Me on pretzel bread. And I can tell you what. So I went to 2 restaurants this weekend. Okay, let's talk about first off shitty service and shitty food.
Okay,
top of the world.
All right,
my dad wanted to go there. He's like, I've never been really up to top of strap.
One word,
got view.
Stratosphere,
Strat now. It's not even stratosphere.
You're shocked?
Well, it was expensive for shitty food, and they couldn't even get the pretzel bread right. Like that's when I knew, this is starting off. Pretzel bread was garbage. Salad was garbage. Everything was garbage. Went to the Win last night, SW Steakhouse, #1 pretzel bread in Las Vegas by far.
Well, there's buddy.
Even better than Barry's.
You been to the German American Club?
The German American. No, you
There's
get
a German fetish club by my
different
house.
club.
no. You get what you pay for. You go to the stratosphere.
Well, guess what? I paid about the same goddamn money for it. That's the sad part. Don't go to SW over
Colt,
that.
what else? What's the best restaurant in Las Vegas, and what's the worst?
Best, I would say SW for steak. I would say I love Sinatra's.
Worst for steak.
For sure, top of world. Just it was
worse.
horrible, like horrible. I've had bad steaks at bars, but you expect that. No,
I have a better question. So forget if you had to put your finger on, not even just restaurants, everything. What's the worst customer service experience you've ever experienced, Colt?
me?
Yeah. Because I already know what mine is off the top of my head. We haven't talked about it in a long time.
Well,
you Chili's.
yeah.
You think I forgot about you? I didn't forget about you. You served me 6 margaritas. I leave my car being responsible, and then you tow it.
Did we ever
tow it, Chili's?
Did we ever
no,
get anything from
I
that?
don't know if we have or not. I need to call we sent a demand letter, and I don't know if we've
nothing.
ever heard back.
You know what? We've had bad experience.
I can't even get like a cheeseburger queso, like nothing for towing my car.
The molten cakes there are so good.
I was going to say we're never going to get sponsored by Chili's. I got to say something else as we do this. For those of you that are listening to us on podcast services, I apologize for something. I clicked a box that I didn't realize I picked on our host service, and you were exposed to lots of random commercials for which I got paid $8. So sorry about that. I just realized that was happening.
He's holding out money on us.
Yeah,
Chris.
no,
He's holding out money.
but
check for $2.67.
Somebody owes me.
A lot of smaller people would do this for the $8. I do it strictly for the glory and strictly because I like to think we're holding other people.
You
So,
know
yeah, sorry
what? We
about
had
that.
bad customer service at the cigar lounge.
Yes, we did.
We've had 2 times that was very bad. I've had a lot of bad customer service in Vegas recently. And I'm shocked.
Do you think it's just post-pandemic, or do you think it's so? Is it shortage of staff, or is it attitude amongst the staff?
I think it's attitude, right? I think shortage. You can walk around and still be happy and smile and say hi. SW had some of the best, and I forget how great that restaurant is. Everything of the Win. I stayed at the Win last night. It was just great. Like everything was amazing. From the housekeeping people were nice. Everybody was nice. But you go over, and it's perfect example from one extreme to the other. The Strat, oh my God, everybody was so ignorant and rude. I mean, I'm telling you, Strat, Tom Hanks and Will Smith can go fuck
in
themselves.
Alphabet City? Like
It's in Alphabet.
No, it's in Naked City.
Naked City. proper.
Naked
Now,
City,
what
what
else
a
happens over
great part of town. If you've never been to Naked City, Las Vegas, ooh, every time I go there, the crackheads.
Well,
Granny.
is this
Well,
the steakhouse? Is this where the steakhouse is?
No,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
go out there. I sell some apartments over there, and they make me feel good about myself. Little crackhead, no teeth. Tell
but
me I
dude,
look good looking.
But that's
Take
it's.
it.
You
Maybe
saw
not known for their steaks.
you
though.
saw a guy got not retired, but an off-duty cop from
Oh,
Washington
yeah,
got stabbed and
sad.
killed on the Trop Bridge between MGM and Cosmo
Can we
by a
talk-
homeless guy.
There is a lot of deaths on the strip that we just don't talk about.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
Keep it
It's
that
not
way.
as,
Well, they used to bury
yeah.
him. They used to. That was a
bury
thing
them.
in Vegas. They would bury the deaths.
And they
or
still
cell phone
do.
cameras.
yeah, because there was a lot.
They still bury a lot. There's been multiple suicides this
Hotel
year.
room
that-
suicides. I know. I mentioned that before. I know a girl whose grandfather had the contract to go clean them up, specifically the suicides.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Not.
No.
Well, okay. What,
Think
very
so?
no. The worst
I mean,
place.
not
I
to
mean,
do it, but
'cause-
just have that as a top job title.
no. The worst jumper
No?
place. The worst jumper place hasn't happened in a long time, but the worst jumper place is for sure the Luxor
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's
it just-
inside.
because they just land
Just
right in.
right in
no,
the food
jump
court.
into the
Inside.
middle of the
Yeah.
damn food court, and
They
it's
land
happened.
in the food court. Happens
has happened.
a lot.
I had one outside the El Cortez when I lived in the Ogden.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had to step over where the body was on the way to get the
Oh man,
girls with the car too that next day.
that's terrible.
I was that man. No, never mind.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
I mean, people come here and just, it's terrible. It's terrible when they do that. They come here and they just go on benders and lose too much
Can we
and
get
think there's
Will
nothing
Smith to
out.
come on
That's
a
it.
bender here?
Oh, geez, that's a
No,
little
we can't
much.
say that. I'm sorry. I don't like Will Smith. His whole family. Obnoxious. Name a more obnoxious family than his.
So you
It's
are
hard.
kind of more online with the Eminem thing now. Back with that old.
Yeah, he didn't slap Eminem.
But Eminem doesn't need to. Will Smith doesn't need to curse in his records.
So fuck him. Fuck
Right.
you too.
Remember that?
Isn't that
Eminem.
what? And he
Eminem.
didn't say nothing.
When
That's
was
why I'm
Eminem
saying
ever wrong?
Will Smith is such a pansy. Go fight a real person, a little comedian.
I'm
Chris
telling you,
Rock's
Eminem-
got to be 5'6".
Go back. Eminem's like Nostradamus, man. I'm telling you, he picks beef with the right people.
Yeah, they turn out to be the terrible humans.
Yeah, everybody he picks beef with, you're kind of going, yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
I get it. He really wasn't too far off. And he never goes after anybody who turned out to be awesome.
No.
He goes after like Benzino and stuff. He's out there with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Benzino is.
The guy who owns Source magazine.
Oh,
Source.
Anyway, long story short, Eminem. It's always dialed in.
Yeah, I like Eminem. But Will Smith.
few
Him, Tom. I'm sure. You know what? Tom Hanks' whole family seems obnoxious. Saw something about his kid. Seems super annoying.
Oh, no.
His kid thinks he's like
the
some
rapper kid. The rapper kid. Chet. Dude.
That's
okay.
Perp and white.
Okay, let's see. No, I'll put it this way. There is nothing. No, why was that? White Boy Summer was the name of his jam. Look, Colt, as much as you dislike Tom Hanks, trust me, there is nothing you will ever do to him that will shame him or hurt him more than that child does.
So
there's just nothing worse.
What do you do if you're his parent?
You just beg him to stop telling people you're
you offer him money.
Don't name
to
your
shut
kid
up.
Chet. He named one kid Colin.
Yeah.
Look at that kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Totally
a great
Colin.
movie.
Yeah, he looks like Colin. He's in
And he
movies.
named one kid Chet, and he gets Chet.
Nah, but Chet, I know.
He literally got
I know
Chet.
2 other Chets.
Is there a better Chet movie character than Chet in Weird Science?
Is there a Kyle that doesn't punch holes in drywall? Like,
No.
you name your kid what they're going to do in life.
No.
Oh my
Drink Red Bull and
gosh.
punch holes in walls. You named your kid Kyle, and you're shocked. by
My
that?
son walked around the pool all day, blowing kisses at every girl. He's my troublemaker.
Yeah.
Giovanni should
Wow.
named him
Named
like
your kid
Steve.
Giovanni, and he turns out to be
Steve.
like an Italian lover.
Yeah, I should have named him
telling
Steve. Steve or
Yeah, let that be a lesson.
Garth.
If you have a daughter named Candy, Summer, Bambi.
I went
what else?
to school with a Charity, a Trinity. I went to school with a lot of girls.
Did
that
they all
had
smell
some-
like cigarettes and break?
Terrible. Name your children the names you wish them to be when they grow up. That's. I mean,
Never
you
thought
get
of
a chance
that.
for. Yeah, you get a chance.
John
Yeah,
Davis or
Colt?
something, some
Look at that.
Rockefeller-esque, or,
Colt.
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Come
Damn,
on,
what's
Chet.
a name that should be making its comeback?
A name that should make its comeback?
Yeah. I mean that
All those Fight Club names go Cornelius and Rupert.
Rupert.
That's a strong
Rupert?
name.
Rupert.
I don't hate the Rue.
So then I was starting to think the other day, because Mel Gibson kept showing his face, like his reaction to the slap, and it's like, you offended Mel Gibson. Is Mel short for something? Like, is his name Melvin or something?
I don't know.
Probably.
You just named somebody Mel?
Melvin.
I don't know.
Melbourne.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue talking about nonsense as we just deep. You know what? We're going to we're going to come up with some stuff. I'm going to jump on social media and get some questions to ask Colt in real time. That's what we're going to do. We'll be
great.
back in a minute.
I was thinking Mel, right? Like, is that just his name?
Melonius.
Hey, it's John Gafford. If you want to catch up more and see what we're doing, you can always go to thejohngafford.com, where we'll share any links that things we talked about on the show, as well as links to the YouTube where you can watch us live. And if you want to catch up with me on Instagram, you can always follow me at thejohngafford. I'm here. Give me a shout.